Which out of these horror posters do you like the least and why?
The least?
Yep.
I think I'd have to say this one, and probably because of the colour scheme.
And what to do with the colour scheme in specific?
Well, these two are obviously a lot darker, so for me, a bit ironic, but this is called Sinister. These look more sinister to me, so if I was going to choose one, I think I'd go with these two because they just look a bit scarier.
Okay, and which out of the magazines do you like the best?
I'd probably go with this one here because although it's got kind of other bits that try and take you away from the focus, it's got the obviously the clown looming over the top, and it obviously overhangs the other pictures as well. So for me, it draws you in. So even though these haven't got anything else on them, this is covered in other things, but this draws you in still.
So you'd say it's the focal point of
Yeah.
the... Okay. And how do you usually find out about upcoming horror movies?
Normally, when I actually go to the cinema, and before you sit down to watch a film, they come on the trailers and things
The
like that.
adverts. Would you say social media as well?
Yeah, definitely through things like Facebook, people share them and things like that, so you see them on there all the time and then you go, oh, I'm too scared to watch that, or stuff like that.
Okay, and what do you think is important when constructing a horror magazine front cover?
I think it's obviously got to look scary. There's no point if it doesn't draw you in and you don't kind of shiver just looking at it. So like with this one here, I would say that's not very effective for me because if I didn't see the film I wouldn't know that was a horror film or not, whereas this one and this one you can already tell it's going to be a scary film.
Okay, and what are your favourite horror films, if you have any?
Specific films?
Yes.
I quite like actually Final Destination, so all of those, and the Saws and things like that.
So you like gory?
Gory, yeah, but they've kind of got a storyline to them, if that makes sense.
Okay. And does the age of the characters in a movie affect whether or not you want to watch it?
I wouldn't say the age of the characters, what I would say was how old kind of the setting of the film is.
Okay.
So if it's anything kind of before the 1980s, kind of set before that period of time, I probably wouldn't be too enticed to watch it.
And is there anything else that would put you off a horror movie?
Just an overly kind of far-fetched plot, I'd say. So when you look at kind of paranormal activity and things like that, although it says obviously it's based on the truth,
Doesn't seem...
it doesn't really seem, and it just puts me off because I think, really?
Okay.
Because you've got to want to be scared, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
if you're watching a horror film, and for those, they're just so unrealistic that you find yourself thinking,
Okay. And what would you describe as a cliche horror concept?
What do you mean by that?
Cliche, so things that you see everywhere.
Oh,
in the
so things
horror
like,
genre.
like clowns and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely clowns and spiders and just general eerie phobias that people kind of... And I think that's why we have phobias and things like that, because they're exploited in things like film and media.
So much.
So, yeah, definitely. And then obviously the colour scheme of red and black and blood and stuff, just general stuff like that.